Well, today is the day we finish the holy trinity of the Mueller brand. The V10 today is going in a proper two-door muscle car. So, the question becomes for this American muscle car, do we maintain the steel or do we give it aluminium for their panels? But then again, aluminium is, a little bit more complex, harder to work with. We're just going to go the cheap and very light fiberglass. And this, yes, will probably be made out of steel, even though I could go a glued aluminium. Really, that is possible. The question is do we want to create a good muscle car or just a fun muscle car? It does have 400 horsepower, but then again, it is with a great lumping low 400 horsepower V10. Front longitudinal anyway, double wishbone on the front and double wishbone on the rear. Here we go with our Viper engine. The current engine does not fit. Shit. It fits transverse, are you kidding me? Oh wait, there's a different version. There we go, the 2.9 meter. There, now it fits properly. And rear wheel drive. I would love to go all wheel drive, but really, this is an American car, so it has to be that. Now, I really want to go manual, but if not that, then I want to go dual clutch. But that's too expensive for an American car company, especially one trying to create a new lineup of cars. So we're going to go sequential, something that exists out there in the market already, and it's going to be a 6-speed. And we're trying to get this top speed up quite a bit. And finally, semi-slicks, because this car is meant to be really good at handling. It'll also get the regular standard infotainment that every other one gets. That way you can keep the price down and maintain all parts across all cars. Hydraulic power steering, traction control and ABS, and then standard 10 safety. All of these will be taken from the normal sedan car. Last time I made the mistake of going hydropneumatic. This time we're just going to go with a regular standard, because I realized that hydropneumatic is actually more of a French thing, and air is the one that I probably should have gone with for, yeah. Without any presets, it seems that it wants to be on the lowest height. I like this no preset. We are, however, going to select Sport. And because we're not content with something so mundane as regular width tires, we're going to go a little bit unrealistic, and we're going to fit on ginormous Chungus wheels on the rear. So the Corvette itself has 285s, I'm assuming, on the rear? Oh, 335s on the rear, okay. Well, we're at a 335, and the 2010 Dodge Viper has 345s. So I don't feel shy putting on really wide tires. 395s. It seems that our top speed is 332 kilometers an hour, which is 206 miles per hour. Okay, I'm a little disappointed, however, that this thing only does a 4.6 second to 100. Well, let's put some downforce on this and ruin all of that. Now, our weight distribution is 56 front and 43 rear, so we have just a little bit more downforce on the front than the rear. We are generating more downforce than the family car. We're generating about 200 kilograms to 250-ish, and we are not bottoming out, which is the good thing. So it is creating a lot of drag for a road car, but still, I would say that this is pretty good. We ended up just going with this one here, and we have made it a little bit more predominant this time, which is more of a European supercar thing, or a track car actually, than what you would find on a muscle car. And then on the rear, we've got this subtle one, which matches the one from the family car, and then the wing, which kind of matches the family car, except I think I may just lose that. Yeah, that's going bye-bye. How's that affected our brakes? Negatively. There we go, much better. Now, what about our top speed? It has come down quite a bit, 293 miles an hour, or basically 294. That's got us 182 miles an hour. What does the test track reckon we do with this great lumping V10? It reckons a 209.99. So not a great lap, but also not a slouch by any means. I just realized I've also got backseats in. I don't know why. Now it does a 208.6, 294.9, so 295. 183 miles an hour now, nice. We're actually gonna switch over to a viscous LST, because we do want to keep that price down, which is 38,000, so it is a little bit more than the previous one, but still very affordable. Now's the job of making it look pretty, which is not particularly hard, since it already starts at a very good place. So, here's the Mueller. I tried something a little bit different with the lights. I'm not quite sure what I could have done better. Maybe if I had made them a little bit longer, that might have looked good. But as they sit, I think they look pretty good. I just wish that these could fit the shape that I want to do without me having to spend multiple hours on it. I might go back and change this at some point around here, you know, in my own time. Because I like it, but it also doesn't quite scream muscle car. It screams kind of like a bit of a Japanese look. So we also tried to replicate the taillight design from the previous Mueller. And as for the rest of it, it just looks like a really cool Japanese-American muscle car. I think, yeah, I probably should have made these headlights a little bit bigger. But for now, let's go see what this thing does over in automation. Sorry, BeamNG, god damn it. Well, here's the Mueller cars. Do you notice anything odd here? Yes, it seems that exporting chrome colors doesn't work. Also, what happened to the front bar? It seems that the front splitter glitches out. But yes, it also exports only in chrome, which is so disappointing because I really wanted it to be that really flashy orange, but I also kind of do like it in chrome. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but wait, yeah, as you see, the front bar area just glitches out. So yeah, we're gonna go back and fix that, but for now, I just wanted to show side by side the three Mueller cars. The big, the beautiful, and the muscly. Yeah. There we go, much better. Fixed front splitter thing, though, even though it does have a weird kind of look here. What is this? There's some sort of glitch happening. But aside from that, I kind of wanted to go with the basic generic gunmetal gray that a lot of American people seem to like on their cars, and I think it's turned out pretty good. I don't quite get why every American goes for the grayscale, but I mean, you can't argue with results really, especially when it makes a car look pretty good like this. And just like out of nowhere, this thing just goes all the way up to 230, as if it's basically nothing. Get the feeling this should go a little bit faster though. Maybe I should change my gearing. So there is a sixth gear, but it doesn't seem to want to use it. Yeah, I don't think that our car quite has the power to push through this. I think the aerodynamics with the top speed calculations are quite accurate. So we might go in and shorten the gear ratio just a smidge. Oh boy. Oopsie toodles. So it says our top speed is 249. I'm going to say that the top speed is probably somewhere around 270. But if we bring this down a fair chunk, we're going to try to line this up with about 250. So 250 is right there. So yes, it should reach there, and it might push past there a little bit. But that's kind of what we're going to aim for here. The peak power coming now at exactly 250. Then this we can drop down to 290, since, yeah, it seems that it won't even do that, which should help drop the price a little bit. 38,400, is that exactly the same? It might be. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, I may be jumping the gun just a little bit, but we're gonna try to jump this right into a race here to see what we can do for a lap time with this car. Now, I don't expect it to be a whole lot faster than the previous one, but I do expect it to actually be fast. Oh, okay, those brakes were much better. Let's give this thing a proper try and restart. So the hardest thing to do, I find, on this race track is to find this exact braking point for each individual car. There, it could have been a little bit later because I came onto the power way too early and had to slow down as we actually entered the corner. So you get what I'm getting at there. We may turn off the ESC at some point as well. Now, so far this thing has been incredibly planted. Like, not just good, but incredible. Like, it's really controllable, unlike the other two. This one is, like, really a proper sports car. You don't feel crazy and wild and as if you're gonna shit your pants every time you drive it, unlike, say, some other cars that I've had recently. And I think that, like, it's gonna be really easy to, straight off the bat, get a fast-ish kind of lap time on the first try. What do we think that this is going to do around here? 240 is a good car, but it didn't even get up to 240, so maybe we could have shortened that gear ratio even further, which I might actually go do, because I am enjoying this car and really do think that it could do with being even wilder, because currently it's not really wild enough in my honest opinion. So here we come up to the tricky braking zone. I'm gonna brake on the 100, and I broke way too early. So yeah, this is, with that fiberglass body, a really light car, I'm guessing. I don't know if I looked it up when I was in automation, but I'm gonna guess that this car is somewhere around 1,200 kilos. Wow, the transition of weight and power and braking there on that corner, even though I stuffed it up, was really incredibly smooth. Usually you're going through the corner when you need to start braking, because cars are usually either really fast or really heavy, and it just doesn't like to handle it very well. Now, how does it come out through here? Really good. Really well planted, only lost a little bit of traction there. This has been an incredibly good lap time so far. No, sorry, good car so far. The lap time itself, 2:18, not particularly great. We're gonna bring this down, so hopefully it'll quite easily reach 240. Maybe we'll have it a little bit higher. So it was reaching around 230, which should be around here. Hopefully this will do what we need it to do. We can also switch down to a smaller gearbox as well, which should shift things up a little bit. Now, we're gonna go semi-hard try-hard mode and just silently try to get the fastest lap time. Not full try-hard, we're not getting the steering wheel out. Still not reaching that speed that we want down the back straight. So that's not what you want to see. That's unfortunate. And here we come to the start-finish line. We haven't actually knocked off a whole lot of time. It's only been about 2 extra seconds. So, well, poop. There's apparently nothing else that I can really do here. It just does what it wants to do. I reckon if I had some practice and I had the steering wheel out, I'd probably be able to knock another 2 seconds off, but still, that's not particularly fast. Compare it, though, to the Mueller family car, which is a 228, it's pretty good. With exactly the same amount of power, it's knocked off about 12 seconds, which is pretty impressive. Honestly, how do these cars weigh so much? Before we go, I want to try a run without electronic stability control on. And I'm also going to use this time as we wind down the video to let you know that all the cars will be up on the BeamNG official server, apart from challenge cars, which I will only upload after they have been used in said person's challenge, like the video with Twin Turbos cars from yesterday. Aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please do subscribe. Oh boy. Come on. Oh, okay, you know what? Braked pretty well. And the extra power from no traction control is not particularly bad either. Also remember that tomorrow the stream will be happening. Hopefully, if there's enough of a turnout, we'll be able to do an endurance race. There is going to be instructions there, and you will be given time at the beginning of the stream to go check out said instructions in time for me to be able to actually start the race. But yeah, hope you enjoyed today's video. Goodbye.